Inside the fancy court of the Sandful's kingdom, the rich nobles clapped with fake, mocking smiles. Heel, the 17th prince, knelt on the floor in front of his father, King Errol. The king's voice boomed across the hall. Heel, my boy, for your 15th birthday, I am giving you your own land. But then, the king's next order made Heel shiver with fear. You are going to that place to heal it. That place turned out to be a lonely, empty rock in a stormy sea, and he only got a tiny boat to get there. His new home is Shile Reef, a lost island 10 days from the main city. It is such a useless spot that not even sea robbers bother stopping there. As the bad news sunk in, he could only think one thing. This has to be a joke. He watched sadly as the big royal ship turned around and sailed off. They didn't even check to see if he was okay. This wasn't a job, it was a way to get rid of him. Looking up at the sharp, scary cliffs, he accepted the hard truth. From now on, this is where I live. The 17th prince's land didn't even have a beach. How am I supposed to park the boat? A memory popped into his head, showing how mean his family was. His brother, the 11th Prince Valpas, had laughed. Ha, that reef is perfect for a loser like him. Close by, his sister, the 9th Princess Thalia, hid a smile behind her fan. Oh wow, that sounds fun. Heel knew exactly why they made fun of him. It was all because of one thing that made a royal special, their crests. His brothers got amazing powers, with cool names like Sword God and King of Magic, but Heel's crest was a mystery, just a weird mark on his hand that didn't do anything. Because of this, his dad and brothers hated him for his whole life, thinking he made the family look bad. Back at the castle, Heel had begged his dad to send someone else instead, but King Errol refused, his voice loud with anger. The oracle ordered this. It was a command from the gods that sealed Heel's fate to be sent away forever. Back in the real world, Heel fought against the rough waves. He thought that being killed for a crime might have been easier than this, but he shook his head. No, I don't want to die yet. He saw a small, dangerous gap in the rocks. I might be able to land there, but I have to slow down so I don't smash the boat. Trying to soften the crash, Heel used the little bit of magic he had, yelling, "Wind!" The spell worked, but it was incredibly weak. A tiny puff of air, barely enough to move a hair, came out. He clenched his jaw. This is all my magic can do. Wind magic should make a big gust, but instead his boat crashed hard into the sharp stones. Somehow he didn't die and grabbed his few bags on a narrow ledge. With nowhere else to go, he looked at the only shelter he could see, a dark hole in the cliff. He walked in carefully, but what he saw made him freeze in fear. The cave was a giant grave, filled to the top with a scary pile of skeletons. Pure fear took over his body. Everywhere he looked, there were more bones and skulls, showing how many people had died here before. But with a storm coming and no other place to hide, he had to stay. There is no choice. I have to bring my stuff inside. He carefully put his bags down next to the bones. Sitting on a box in the middle of the dead bodies, Heel looked out at the huge ocean, a prince stuck in a graveyard. The waves crashed against the shore. For a second he felt strangely calm. Birds flew easily over the shiny water. He thought, it is pretty and far away from the fighting at the castle, if only I wasn't trapped. But the sad truth hit him hard again, and he held his head in pain. Still, Heel wouldn't give up. A spark lit up in his eyes as he shouted into the air, I am going to live through this, no matter what. His brain worked fast, thinking of ways to stay alive. Waiting for a ship was stupid. No trade ships came here, and any boat he saw would probably be pirates or enemies. He checked his supplies. My food will last a month. I can't trust my magic, so I need to fish and catch rain. His first job was clear. I need to clean this cave and bury these bones. Digging through his bag, he found a heavy mining pickaxe. I'll try to dig with this. The moment he touched the handle, strange words appeared in his eyes. Got mining tool. He looked around the empty, bony cave. A voice spoke, not in the room, but right inside his brain. What? Say that again. The voice repeated the words, got mining tool. Do you want to mine? Heel yelled into the dark. Who are you? The mark on his hand started to shine brightly. The voice calmly explained. The crest Cave King has a helper mode. It is not a living thing. Heel stared at his hand, totally shocked. Cave King, the mark I was born with. Why is it working now? Then it made sense. Cave King, cave, right, living in the castle. I was never near a cave before. The voice started listing rules, but Heel cut it off, feeling confused. Wait, stop. Deciding to just go along with it, he said, I don't really get it, but what if I say I want to dig? The voice answered fast. Understood. Making mining better. Heel was confused. Making it better. Suddenly, bright spots appeared all over the cave walls. What is that? The wall is shining, the voice explained. The bright white parts are the best spots to dig. It is calculated so the rock breaks easily and doesn't fall on you. Heel lifted the pickaxe. Here goes nothing. He swung, and the rock wall broke apart like it was made of glass. He stared with his mouth open. That only took one soft hit. It was exactly what the voice said. A plan started to form. Okay, let's start by making a flat spot to sleep. He also noticed noticed he could see perfectly. It is really bright in here even though it's a dark cave. Is this a magic power? The voice confirmed. Yes, it is the night vision power. Happy with these new skills, Heel got to work. He swung again and again, the stone cutting away easily. The sound of digging filled the cave as he carved out a new room. A smile came to his face. Strangely enough, he was actually having a good time. Hey, this is actually kind of fun. He quickly cleared a huge part of the cave and the pile of rubble got big fast. He noticed the rock pieces were getting larger with every hit. Is the amount I can dig getting better? The voice answered. The amount you dig goes up as your mining level grows. Stepping back, he tripped over the giant hill of stones. The system spoke up. Pick up 168 rocks. Pick up, Heel asked. The voice explained. The cave king mark lets you keep what you mine without running out of space. An endless bag. With the mess gone, Heel went back to work with new excitement. He gave the order. Okay, do it. With a flash of light, the whole pile of 168 rocks disappeared. A screen popped up showing the stone was safe. The system asked, turn on auto pickup. Heel's face lit up. Yes, please. Now that he didn't have to worry about space, he dreamed bigger. At this speed, I can dig to the other side of the island. Time to dig down. He made a tunnel deep into the ground with the voice telling him how deep he was. After working for a long time, he stopped to check what he had found. Opening the magic bag, he was shocked. It wasn't just plain rock. He had found iron, copper, bronze, and even gold. But two strange items caught his eye. I don't know what this is. Magic stone, the voice said, opening the mining guide. He read through the notes. So even with my bad magic. And what is this turtle stone? Reading about the magic stone, his jaw dropped. It makes the user's magic stronger. Then he looked at the turtle stone. Using this adds 1 day to your life. The truth hit him like a giant wave. I didn't know what the cave king did, but this mark is amazing. And Shile Reef, it is actually a treasure chest. He squeezed his hand, smiling with purpose. The mark that brought him so much shame was actually his best gift. All dreams of being saved disappeared. He was focused on one exciting goal. Let's go, mine. In no time, he reached 30 meters deep, his bag full of valuable stuff, including a crazy 90 magic stones. He looked at his treasure. The things I want to use most are these, especially the magic power crystal. It would be great if I could use strong magic. The voice asked, use 90 magic stones? Heel's eyes narrowed seriously. You bet. The system said, using 90 magic stones. Heel stood in the big room he made, waiting to feel strong. He felt nothing. No spark, no change. He moved his arms, checking his body. Did you use them? Doesn't my body change when I get stronger? The voice simply said, yes. He grinned. Let's test it by clearing the tunnel I just dug. He lifted his hand, just like he did on the boat, and yelled the same spell. Wind. This time it wasn't a breeze. A giant tornado shot from his hand, a mini storm ripping through the tunnel. The blast was so strong it wiped the cave clean, shooting the pile of skeletons out into the ocean like cannonballs. Heel was pushed back, falling to his knees, shocked by his own strength. I can't believe it. 90 crystals made me that strong. I am so sorry, dead people. Suddenly, a soft plop sound made him look down. Something small and blue bounced over and landed on his legs. A slime. Wow, what is this? It has been 3 days since Prince Heel was left on this empty rock, Shile Reef. But for Heel, this is a fresh start. He checks his bag, looking determined. Tools ready, I have food. Smiling, he thinks, time to start another day of digging. He yells to his only friend, a tiny, simple slime named Shell. Shouting, go, he rides on top of the bouncing blob. This is Shell, his first partner in this new life. It started 3 days ago. Heel was walking around when the creature jumped right in front of him. What is this? He cried out. He recognized it fast. I read about these. It's a slime. Did my wind magic scare it? Suddenly, a box popped up in his eyes. Tameable monster found. Heel was confused. The tame skill was known for being useless, said to fail on mean animals, and his kingdom's law was to kill monsters instantly. But here, things were different. In this place, he realized there is nobody to judge me. As he used the skill, a message said, to finish tamming, you must name it. Heel thought hard. A name connected to Shile Reef. He picked the perfect one. Shell, from now on you are Shell. The system said they were connected. Nice to meet you, Shell, Heel said, making his first friend. At first, Heel thought Shell couldn't understand words. Just having another living thing here makes me feel better, he thought. He would soon learn he was wrong. That was what I thought at first, Heel tells the story. Now Shell. Suddenly Shell stretches up tall, lifting Heel high in the air. Whoa! It turned out Shell was really smart. By lifting him up, Heel could get to minerals he couldn't reach before. Now I can reach it. Thanks, Shell. They made a plan. Using hand signals, Heel guided Shell, turning their mining into a perfect machine. The results were amazing. In 3 days, the amount of rock he got tripled, proving they were a great team. With his magic boosted by the stones, staying alive was easy. He could make fresh water and cook fish without trying. As a bonus, Shell acted as the world's softest bed that moved to fit him. Move a little to the right. Heel had seen other slimes, but none were as smart as Shell. His new friend was special. As night fell, Heel only thought about one thing. What should I dig tomorrow? He fell asleep, dreaming about rocks. The The next morning started with Shell jumping up and down like crazy. "Good morning, Shell. What is going on?" Shell pushed him, pointing at the beach. Heel looked and saw a broken ship smashed on the rocks. "Ah!" He jumped on Shell and they zoomed toward the crash. "Hey!" As they got close, his eyes went wide. Lying in the wreckage were two sleeping figures, a huge, strong goblin and a small, thin one. Green-skinned goblins, Heel noticed. Their boat hit the reef. He walked up slowly to check their heartbeats. A quiet moan proved they were not dead. "He is alive." Heel paused. Humans and goblins are hated enemies taught to kill each other on sight, but seeing them hurt, he couldn't just leave them. He made up his mind, using a healing spell. He looked at his friend. "I wouldn't feel good leaving them to die." "Okay, Shell, let's take them to the cave." Heel carefully picked up the little goblin princess. Shell helped by carrying the old magic user, and together they pulled the giant soldier up the cliffs. Safe inside, he put them down. For now, they are okay. He decided to dig to kill time but told Shell to watch them. "Shell, tell me if they move." Walking away, he started to feel nervous. Was I stupid? What if they wake up and fight me? He held his pickaxe tight, feeling better holding it. Let's just dig. He started working hard, the loud metal sound filling the room. He dug deeper, the rock breaking to his beat. Lost in the work, his fear went away. Mining is really great. It makes me forget everything. After a while, he stopped to look at his bag, his eyes wild with excitement. Now, what did I get? He found a misogi stone which cures curses and a shining stone. He shrugged. "I can see in the dark and nobody is here to curse me. Worthless. But finding new things was fun enough. Whatever. Finding stuff feels good. Let's keep digging." Just as he lifted the axe, Shell jumped over quickly. Heel knew what it meant. "Shell, did the goblins wake up?" Getting close to the main room, he heard yelling. "Let me go, princess," a rough voice screamed. "General, please stop. You can't take someone's food," the young voice begged. Heel walked in and stopped them. The giant goblin general spun around, holding a weapon. Who are you?" The young goblin princess, Rai, ran to stop him. "Put your weapon down, General. This person saved our lives." But General L wouldn't listen. "Princess, I can't. He is dangerous." Heel was shocked. "They speak our language? Are they from the Balan lands?" He tried to calm things down. "Wait, I don't want to hurt you." L didn't care. "Stay back. You think I would trust a human?" Looking closer, Heel realized the anger was fake. "They aren't mean. They are scared of me." L saw Heel's face change and got more nervous. "Why is he laughing at us?" The goblins stared, confused by the humans' weird behavior. Shell stretched up behind Heel, making the scene look even crazier. Then the goblins got a good look. Covered in black dust with a big, crazy smile from digging, Heel looked like a nightmare. That guy looks super dangerous, they thought. Heel finally woke up. Stop. I get so focused on digging I become not human." He tried to act normal. Excuse me, you can eat that." To prove he was nice, he decided to show them. He shot a bolt of lightning, then a blast of wind. Instantly, several fish were cooked perfectly. He held them out with a big smile. "See, let's all eat these fish I made." The little princess looked down, correcting her guard. "General, why are you always so fast to fight?" But General L stayed nervous, holding the cooked fish like a knife. "If you have magic like that, why not just kill us and finish it?" Just as everyone relaxed, Princess Rai fell over. The goblins ran to her, screaming. Heel was confused. "I used healing magic. Are her injuries bad?" The old magic user Vari looked up sadly, a tear rolling down his face. "No," he said seriously. He told the scary truth while holding the girl. "The princess has the life-shrinking curse." Heel's eyes went wide. "A curse?" Vari spoke to the sad general. "I am sorry, General, but the time is here." Elle's sadness turned into a hard choice. "We cannot let the princess die alone. We will accept our punishment in the next life, too." Heel, holding his fish, stuttered. Hang on." He realized what they meant. "Wait, are they going to kill themselves?" He stepped forward. "I think I can fix that." Elle, blind with sadness, roared, "Don't lie, we tried everything." Heel pulled a bean-shaped rock from his bag. "I haven't tested it, but the note is clear. Misogi stone removes all curses when used." Without waiting, Heel used the stone. A bright light shot out of Princess Rai, shocking the goblins into silence. Heel remembered the curse made her life shorter. Might as well fix that too, he thought, taking out his pile of turtle stones and using 79 of them to give her time back. The goblins were confused. What was that light?" Elle asked. Heel explained calmly. "The Misogi stone breaks curses." Elle started to ask, "A stone? Where did you get?" But stopped. His doubt turned into huge shock. Heel watched, a bit confused by how big their reaction was. Shaman Vari was frozen too. In the middle of the room, Princess Rai sat up, blinking. What happened? I thought I was dead." Suddenly, a loud crack filled the cave. General L had smashed his forehead into the stone floor in a deep bow, breaking the rock. What did I do to the princess's hero? He cried. How can I apologize? Heel was scared. Eek. He broke solid rock with his head. Goblins are scary. Trying to calm them down, he pointed to the fire. Well, come eat. We haven't met properly. The goblins told him their names. Shaman Vari, General L, and Rai, princess of the Belden tribe. Heel did the same. I am Heel. I am a prince of the Sandful's kingdom, or I used to be. L's eyes lit up. Prince, that explains the magic. Heel shook his head. No, that's because of the stones I dug up. L got serious. Forget that. Why are you here? With a sad face, L told their sad story. Our home was burned by orcs. He told how the royal family was killed, leaving only Rai. Chased by humans, they ran across the sea for a year. Vari added, that old ship. We don't know if the others made it. Princess Rai put a hand on El Vari. Don't blame El if we stayed. We would have died anyway. The shaman bowed. You are right. I am sorry, princess. Rai turned to Heel, eyes full of thanks. Mr. Heel, thank you for saving monsters like us. The word monster surprised Heel. He didn't see them that way. Rai smiled gently. I know I don't have long, but the pain is gone. I am happy to die in peace. Heel cut in firmly. Yes, but it is too soon to give up. He told them the island's secret. There are turtle stones sleeping underground. We can make your life as long as we want with these. The goblins stared as Heel made a big promise. Really, if I dig for a week, I can buy you more than a year. The meaning of his words hit El and Vari, and they cried openly. Heel smiled happily. Ah, it's fine, El begged. I know it is asking a lot, but will you let us dig too? Rai looked at Heel, her voice shaking. Why give us something so valuable? Heel's answer was surprisingly honest. Don't worry, I dig because I like it and I am lonely by myself. That admission broke Rai's calm. Tears rolled down her face as she bowed. Thank you very much. Heel realized that to share his mining powers and keep them safe, he had to use his tame skill. He scratched his head awkwardly. But what now? He said it fast. It is so we can dig together. You can say no. I will dig alone and give you the stones anyway. The goblins were shocked. Tame us. El and Vari agreed right away. No, Vari and I will work for you. Yes, but please let the princess rest. Rai stepped forward, strong. Mr. Heel, let me work for you as well. She looked at her guards. I cannot sit around while others work. I want to pay back my debt. Heel, feeling shy, agreed. Okay. Rai asked for a new name to seal the deal. El was first. Heel named him Elvin. The newly tamed goblin general grinned. Mr. Heel, no, boss. Elvin will protect you. Vari became Varys, bowing with respect. It is an honor. Varys will serve you as much as his old age lets him. Finally, Heel turned to the princess. Rai, I know, Rihanna. How is that? Her eyes shined. Rihanna, that is my new name. With that, the tamming was done. I promise you, Rihanna gives her all to you. Meal finished, Heel wanted to get back to work. Honestly, I just want to mine. He led his new group into the dark cave. When they asked about the dark, he pulled a glowing stick from the air. It was in my bag. You can't see in the dark, so I made a shining stone torch. I will teach you as we go. Rihanna looked at the sparkling walls in awe. Heel pointed to the glow. Yes, those spots are safe to hit. Watch. Heel pulled his arm back and hit the wall with his bare hand. The hit sent ripples through the cave. With a loud crash, the rock face exploded, showing a huge new room. The goblins couldn't speak. Heel said casually, I didn't start this strong. You'll be able to break it like this once you get used to it. He turned to his first friend. Shell, can you teach the other slimes? He explained to the goblins. It won't pick up automatically for you. Heel clapped his hands full of energy. All right, just try it. Practice makes perfect. The goblins nervously agreed. And from that day on, the empty cave became a busy home, filled with the sounds of mining as Heel and his new family worked together.